Peaceful greetings, everyone. So, I wanted to actually come and do a updated video of some things that I've actually been experiencing more recently. So, there's like so many things that have been going on. However, one of the main things that I have noticed is that when you're getting ready to go through a breakthrough or have like, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, miracles happen or whatever, it's like the demons and adversarial forces, archons, whatever you want to call them, they uh step up into overdrive. Okay. And so when that happens, just know that you are very close to your breakthrough. And for me, that has definitely been going on. So much so that, I mean, my breakthroughs must be about to happen right now. Like, today, tomorrow, because it's just crazy how many things have happened. Like, it was happening, steadily, but I have felt the definite and undeniable like increase. Okay, 143 when I looked at the time. So, oh God, where do I want to start? So, I literally was attacked today by a landscape business owner. Okay, Art Perez. Okay, from what's that? What's his company? Uh, Work of Art. Work of Art Landscaping Company. Anyways, he had come by um, after two individuals previous to him on separate days had, come to, hey kitty baby, had come to, harass me. And so, anyways, when they came, the first chick, she actually is allegedly homeless. So let me give a special shout out to Tamika Harris, one of my, I guess, long-term haters that, I actually was attempting to be cool with when we first met. And the chick, like, literally stole two sweaters from me a few years back, a Calvin Klein hoodie, sweater, whatever, and another one that had, my private, uh, you know, property in the pockets. I don't know if I had money in there or whatever, but I had my alleged grandmother's handkerchief that was like more of like sentimental value at that time when I thought she was my grandmother. And so, anyways, when she stole that from me, you know, the next time I seen her, she actually had the Calvin Klein sweatshirt hoodie on. And so there's a tweaker behind me, okay? And literally, like, when he saw me coming over here to the outlet, try to race me over here, okay? And I told him, no, like, and he tried to like push it, when most of the time he wouldn't do that. And so that's how I know I'm close to a breakthrough, because motherfucker came back and he's really trying to act like there's nowhere else for him to, plug up as an able-bodied man. And so now he's like damn near standing behind me in the shopping center. Like, I don't know if the motherfucker want to ear hustle on my video or what's going on. But he wanted to plug up, of all things, right? The dude is like wanting to plug up a fucking pin, like, one of those smoking pins or whatever. And I was like, now I've already told you numerous times that that's not what you plug up. when I'm here. That's why I had like banned him from plugging up around me at all, because like I'm working on getting my sons back, but you over here with some bush, you know? So anyways, so literally, I'm like defending my private property from landscapers, like, and having to like, you know, uh I want to say altercation, because like I did have to pull out my pepper spray, but I didn't have to spray him. But it's just like I told you guys I have to fight these fucking tweakers, like just to keep charged and you know bring these videos to you guys. Like it's crazy. Like, dude, I cannot make this up. Right there. Right there. Like this is what I be talking about. There's a whole fucking planet, dude. And you all up right up on me. Like I already stated that I have stuff that I have to do. Now you just on some bullshit. Now you could have went all these other places, or you be running the streets, walking here, walking there. You could have went anywhere today and charged that motherfucking device, pin, whatever you have, right? But the motherfucker waited. Like I was over there cleaning up my stuff that the lawn dude and his sidekick, I guess, like totally. Oh, there's my kitty baby. Look at my kitty baby. Kitty baby. He sees all them crows up there. He look at, listen, there's hella crows right now up above me in this tree. Okay? I mean a lot. I think you guys can probably hear them dropping feathers. As soon as I said that, they dropped a feather over here on the ground. Anyways, getting back to what I was stating, these dudes like literally, uh, you know, while I was like cleaning up the parking lot around my private property, the dude like, and I just had this elderly guy run an errand for me with a young man that came to me seeking assistance because a 16-year-old just got kicked out of his house and his mom threw him on the streets. Like, so he came over to me and I was like, I literally stopped cleaning and like, attempted to call a few places to help him get a job and walked him into the store over here and talk to the manager, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, just got finished doing that. I was sweeping up the rest of the around the flower beds or whatever, and dude had just drove off with the young man, right? The elderly man had uh just drove off with the youngster. So anyways, as soon as they drive off, like I'm sweeping up the pile of dirt, and this this fucking dude, I never seen him. Because the last time, okay, wait, hold on, let me regress. Okay, because I didn't even finish telling you guys about the whole situation with that chick, because in the sequential order, she actually came first to steal my other marketing sign that I had on my wagon, and I actually had taken it down so I could wipe down my tarp and clean it up, and then I was gonna put my stuff back, my signs back on my car. So, anyways, um, I was telling you guys a previous story to what she had more recently done. So it gives you like a little background of what had transpired up to that point that she knew we weren't cool. So, anyways, She had stole the two sweaters, and the next time I seen her, she had the sweater, the Calvin Klein sweater on, and she was trying to act like we were gonna be cool after she just stole my stuff. Now, she stole it while I was actually in a deep meditation, and I was doing a meditation with a tree. And so Spirit was like, don't break meditation. That is the purpose of her and this dude coming to steal my stuff, right? And so I didn't break meditation, and the next time I seen her, she had it on. And so, she's trying to act like everything's all cool. I was like, no. I was like, you can keep them sweaters, okay? Because I'm not materialistic. However, you just lost a real one. I got like never thick this hairs somehow on my hoodie. Okay. Anyways, so I was just like, the audacity of you thinking that we're gonna be cool after you stole my stuff and you wearing it. Like, I don't even feel like she would actually be cool with somebody like after they did that. So fuck you think that I'm gonna be, just like cool with you. I was like, you know what? Keep them sweaters. I hope they were worth it because you just lost a real one. Like, I'm a real friend. And if I can't trust you with little things like that, there ain't no way I could trust you around my children. There ain't no way I could trust you around, bigger things. I said, so keep them sweaters, but we're not cool. We are not cool. Okay? No. And so she came around a couple of more times trying to act like we're cool, and I was just like, I shut that shit down. And to put it in a nutshell. So anyways, she was the first one, which I hadn't seen her in a while, but what she did made me realize that all the other times that my signs were getting sabotaged, and they were trying to make it look like it was because the wind blew or the rain or whatever. No, it was this coming, and I already knew there was some friendly, like quote unquote friendly sabotage going on, but you know I didn't know who it was, but now I know exactly who it was, and all them times it's like everything points to her. So I think I have other videos posted, but I definitely know that I got videos of all the other times that my signs was messed up on different devices. So anyways, the thing is that out of a um you know 3-day spree of these people trying attempting to harass me, um she was the first to come. So she came, she stole the sign. I called, she was like banging on my car and cussing and threatening me bodily harm. And I was like, do you need me to call the police? Because like I was literally asleep. I was literally asleep when she came. It was in the middle of the day, but I had stayed up literally all night. I think that day I or that night I had edited 2 videos or 3 videos. I had posted some videos that AM. I edited, rendered, uploaded, and had it processed, and then I got these videos on there or whatever. And so I was tired. So I went to sleep early in the AM, probably like maybe, I don't know. It was between 6 and 9 maybe, but she came like in the afternoon. And so I'm like, I'm out of there. Okay, I was sleep, okay, deep sleep. So most of the banging and stuff like that she was doing on my wagon and cart, I didn't even hear because I was knocked out. I can't even lie. So when I came to and I'm hearing this, I'm like, what the I'm waking up to this. I'm getting up to this nonsense. I was just like, half asleep. I was like, do you need me to call the police? And so anyways, when I said that, I didn't know she was stealing my sign, my marketing sign for my women's professional football activity ebook. marketing poster. And so, like I had stated, I took it off so I could clean the white tarp, and then I was gonna put it back on there. And I had it in a shopping cart, temporarily. And so, yeah, she took off with it. Well, when I got it back, because the policy enforcers, aka the police, went straight to her homeless spot, and they got my poster with my marketing sign within like an hour to 3 hours. I don't really remember what the exact time was, but it was pretty quick because I was doing other things, not really paying attention to the time. But they did bring it back pretty quick. So, anyways, that happened. Next day, I'm hearing somebody walk through the flower beds, and I'm like, they're real close to my wagon, right? And I was like, that's unnecessary. Like, there's so much room and area for people to walk around. It was like, why are you all up on my stuff? So, anyways, the individual, I didn't say that yet, but the individual was like, um, oh, do you got some water? Because I had two gallons of water on the flower bed right outside of where I would go in and out. Now, the thing is that that was not my regular drinking water. That was just water that I use, like faucet water from a not so trustworthy source or whatever faucet that is questionable water, okay? So definitely I wouldn't drink it. But I could clean with it. I had no problem putting some pine sol or, putting, some bleach or, something else in there. You know what I mean? Vinegar, or lime juice, and clean up some stuff. Like, use it on the ground or whatever. So, anyways, um, so this individual was asking me, but I was like, that's strange in itself, because the simple fact is that there's a few places around here that they could totally go to, as far as like restaurants that are known for giving out free cups of water, with ice even, so this is filtered water with ice. Like, you're coming to a homeless individual to ask them for water, but just like not even that far, you could get a cup and ice water for free that's filtered. Anyways, it that was just questionable in itself, but I was like, okay, whatever. So, anyways, and I have put out packs of water when people have gotten me, like 24 packs of water or whatever, of water that I don't typically drink. I usually only drink, one certain type of spring water. So if they give me something else, then for sure I'm going to, distribute that out to other people. But the thing is that that wasn't even drinking water that this transvestite was wanting me to share with them. So anyways, the individual, when once I, you know, reminded them politely that those were other options, right? I definitely let them know that they weren't to come back, because, like, I would pepper spray them and call the police, because I already felt the bad vibes. Like, I already felt it was bullshit. And to be frank, motherfucker was right there trying to do spell work. So, and that comes into play in when they came back. So they come back, they're trying to be quiet, and they're trying to be on the flower bed so that they can, like, do their I guess they probably got paid to come over there. So, anyways, but I could feel him and I heard him, you right? And so, like, I was like, "What are you doing back over here?" I said, I told you don't come over here." And they were like real close to my stuff and everything, and I was like, "Mm-mm, mm-mm." So I reiterated, "Don't come over here." But I gave him the grace of the second time, like, don't come back over here. I'm gonna pepper spray your ass and I'm gonna call the police. So the third time, they're literally leaning on the side of my wagon where I have it's on the same side as the flower bed, but I have uh, like the hanging planters or whatever that you could put on a windowsill or whatever. I have those on that side of the cart. And this is leaning on it. It's not like it's that even sturdy to be leaning up all on anyways. But I was like, I could hear him. I was like, what are you doing, so close to myself? I couldn't see that the was literally leaning on it. So I didn't see that yet. So the individual did not realize that like I was right there by a little area that I could like look out, and I like totally looked out, and I seen that after I had, asked him, the dude to leave, the tranny to leave, he's like so like entranced in what he's doing as far as like trying to do the spell work that he's not like actually like paying attention to what I'm stating, because it seems like it like I don't know, like it didn't compute all the way, like, or whatever. I don't know, but he definitely did get the message. And I was like, dude, I already told you, don't come over here, back over here, or I'm going to pepper spray you and call the police. Like, I already stated that. Like, I don't got time to play with these people when I'm over here working on, different projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of different stuff that I'm going to tell you guys and inform you guys in this video, because it's like really cool stuff. But it's like, I got all these other projects going on. I don't have time to be messing with y'all when I'm over here in creative mode and working to get myself off the streets. Y'all want to be out here with this dumb shit? Y'all could do that. But that's not what I choose to do with my life, okay? And so anyways, so I went back in. I went back in and I got my pepper spray. I got it on go mode. I went back out, had it moved, and so I when I peeked back out the second time, I just all in the eyeballs, pepper sprayed, all in the eyeballs. And I gave him fair warning, the tranny, which I thought, was a good service indeed or whatever. But I was like, dude, I'm about to call the police right now. I already told you what I was going to do. Two other times that you came, multiple times. And so when I did that, so I basically I gave him a head fucking start, and then I called him on him. And so then the third day, that dude Art Perez comes, and he's like, "Oh, I've come over here numerous times, and I've told you that you're trespassing, and you gotta go. You can't be on this property." Da da da. Now, okay, hold the phones. This fucker is the landscaper. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is he? Like, motherfucker, you don't got nothing to do with management company. You don't have nothing to do with the owner. You're hired and have a contract to clean up the landscape. Okay? Which you ain't even really, your company ain't even doing that, because, dude, I got bags and bags and bags of trash that I have collected from these bushes and the landscaping that you're supposed to be actually taking care of. And like, even the trash men, they ask me, where do you get all this trash? Because they're like, one individual and some kitty cats, they're not gonna make that much trash. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I told the guy, I pick up the trash from the parking lot and from, the bushes and stuff. I stated that about from a big, blue trash bag, like the big ones, like probably about 1/4 of the bag was my actual trash with my kitties. Okay, about 1/4 of the bag. That means 3/4 of the bags I'm actually picking up from the parking lot that three different men are actually hired to clean and are like they I'm thinking that they're with the witchcraft and bitchcraft, hoodoo voodoo, spell work, warlock stuff, because they leave specific trash for months. So there's a dude that comes in the day and he's supposed to clean up all of the parking lot and the shopping center. Okay, the bushes, all that stuff, blow and do all that. Okay, and then you have a landscaper that sends out, his guys, and then you who are supposed to be at least cleaning the bushes and the flower bed areas, and then you also have a guy that comes in a street sweeping kind of like truck or whatever, or a parking lot cleaning truck, where he has like the vacuum that's attached to the bottom of the truck. And so you got all, and he's supposed to do the trash cans and all this stuff. Like, he actually left. This was like, what, a month and a half ago? He actually left, and there was so much trash that was left in this this business behind me's trash can, that a tweaker chick that was with that dude that's back there stalking me right now, uh the chick he was with set the trash can on fire. And I literally went next door to the grocery store and I was like banging on the door, like, trying to get somebody to come to the door. So, because it was in the middle of the night. So it's like, um, it's a night crew stalking or whatever. But I was like, oh my God, somebody needs to come over here and put this out, because if it catches this business right here, then guess what? It's gonna go next door to the whole, and get the whole building. So I was like, I was the only one, out here other than them two motherfuckers, and they had, taken off after they set the shit on fire. Okay, and so thankfully there was this misnomer black dude who came through, and I told him about the situation, and it was like, it's not like the fire wasn't coming up like it was before, and so it seemed like it could have just, I don't know, maybe it just burned up most of the trash, but it was still smoking pretty good. Okay, and so he seen the smoke and he was like, "Oh shit!" And so he went over there and he pulled some of the stuff out, and he stomped it out, and got I don't know if it was a soda or something that was in the trash, uh or next to the trash. I don't know, but I feel like he had something that he had poured in there too. Um, but I had, like always, a lot of stuff that I was doing and going on, but I did want to help and make sure that that wasn't going to happen, because, this business closed, but it would have burned down before it even had a chance to close. So, and, you know, then there would have been building damage right there. But anyways, getting back to the main story is that this dude, he came and he was like, "Oh, I talked to you before, da, 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 well, all this stuff, Art Perez." And I was like, "I've never talked to you. I've never seen him. I didn't even know what he looked like until today. Like, I literally had never seen his face." And then there was another guy that came through and he was like trying to like ask me questions or whatever, and he said that his name was Art Perez too. And so I was like, oh, then, that it's a guy, that I just had this issue with. And he was like, oh no, it must be another guy, which they are definitely different guys, but it's like, how coinkydink is that they both have the same, name in the same town. This is not a big town, so, it's, if it was a larger town, I could see, but it's like a small town. So it's like, it's not as expected. So anyways, the point is that, he's stating these, untruths about him talking to me before and all of this stuff. I was like, basically, this is a bull-faced lie. Okay. So I was like, listening to him, and he was like stating that, oh, the police were out there with him and stuff like that, and I didn't hear anybody like a policy enforcer and stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what, just to be on the safe side, let me get this 911 call in, and let me get the police out here, because this dude is harassing me. I already had two other people the back to back days, 3 days in a row. Okay, people showed up harassing me and stuff. And so it's like, did this dude Art Perez pay these other two to come before him, and then he was supposed to be like the one, because he was threatening to cut my locks that day. He was threatening to steal my private property. And so when the policy enforcers, aka police, came, they actually made him leave and leave me alone. Now, today, when I was like literally like sweeping up, he waited for the people that I had there to leave, and then he came around with a handsaw, like with a blade, a round blade or whatever, and he cut my locks. And I'm just like right there sweeping up a dust pile, the all the pile that I had actually swept up, and I'm putting it in the trash bag, and this dude just comes around my car with this freaking saw, and he starts cutting like he had this thing premeditated. And so he cut the locks real quick, and he was like, oh, he yelled to somebody. He was like, okay, come get all her stuff. And they started like yanking on my tarp, one of my tarps, and like that was over kind of like the backside. They ripped it. They literally ripped it, because it was like connected onto like this spoke part or whatever. And so they like ripped it off. Like all my stuff was like everywhere. Like they like ransacked. I mean cat food everywhere, because I have one of those like standing feeders, like that self feeders or whatever for the cats. Water, like everything that I had on the side of the tarp, kind of like weighting it down, holding it down or whatever, like literally just toppled on top of everything. Like, no care to what I had in there, like, or anything. And so I was like, dude, because he had the one guy recording that first, and he was like, oh, well, I've already come over here and da da da, and I told you were trespassing. I was like, excuse me. I said, the police actually told you to leave last time from harassing me. Okay. And so anyways, when they're pulling my tarp and ransacking my stuff, I pulled off my pepper spray. 3303 when I looked at the timestamp. Wow, divine timing. So I literally pulled off my pepper spray. As I pulled off my pepper spray, he was like, "Oh, don't threaten me." He was like, "Oh, this is what you want," and so he fucking pepper sprayed me. Oh, because when he said that, like I'm looking down, and so I hurried up and I turned my head, but he still got me all on the side of my face right here. And then the when the policy enforcers came, two of them were like, oh, they couldn't see it. And then he didn't, the third dude that I asked, he did not hear the other ones when they said that or whatever. When I asked him, he was like, yeah, your face is real red right there. Like I'm light skinned, so that shit had my face all like lit up like a Christmas tree. It was all burning and stuff, right? Like you can totally see it on somebody that's like fair skinned. So anyways, they were lying. They didn't want to admit that they could see my one half of my face was all red. Okay. And so, and it was all over my sunglasses or whatever. Anyways, the thing is that when he did that, I was like, because he had went back, like, to the, after he did that, he went back to, like, how do I say this, like the area of my tarp and wagon that I would like enter into, where they both were like pulling my like stuff apart. Like, anyways, I pepper sprayed him. I pepper sprayed him back, and I was like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Like, um, thankfully, I guess still, see and everything, but I had like my business bags on one of the carts, and he tried to roll that to his trailer that was hooked up to a truck or whatever. It was an enclosed, like, the closed door trailers, right? That like you can't see in. So, anyways, he was trying to take my business bag and like my stuff that was in the shopping cart to to that and like put it in there. And they had already put my big huge blue tarp in there, okay? And I was like, he's stealing my stuff. So I got on the phone with 911, and I was like, told them the situation, and they were like, "Oh, can you get away from him?" I'm like, "They're stealing my stuff right now." I was like, I'm not gonna just like, like leave my stuff and like let them just, take my stuff. So anyways, um I like grab on to the cart as they're trying to roll it, and then the other dude had put some of my stuff in another cart, and he's trying to roll it. And so I like grab my bag off of one cart, and so I got that or whatever. And then I grab the cart that the other dude has, and he yanks it so hard, like when I'm holding on to it. Because I think I put my brakes on to my wheelchair, or I think I did, so I could try to like uh, hold it down or whatever. And so, anyways, he literally yanks it so hard that he pulls me out of the wheelchair. Okay. And so with that, like, he doesn't stop. He's not like, oh, he doesn't care. Like, he literally drug me all across the ground holding on to the cart. You know what I'm saying? So I got all like scratched up between like attempting to like hold on to my stuff and keep them from putting it into that trailer, but also like attempting to stop them from like pulling off the tarp or like destroying my stuff in the first place. But all my stuff was like they just like it was like they were, how like policy enforcers or SWAT goes into houses and they just throw the cushions and like everything out of drawers, like that's how my stuff looked. It looked like in total disarray and a mess. Like, I literally had everything like super organized. I had different projects I was working on, and it was like everything was neat and orderly, okay, and clean. And then they come and do this. So, anyways, that happened today. It was so crazy. But the thing is like, I reiterated to the policy enforcers, especially the uh I think it was a corporal that was on duty and had come out, and I restated that I am indigenous, I'm not under their jurisdiction, and I called them because of their citizen that was, assaulted me, destruction of my property. And they're trying to make it out just that I'm homeless. No, but I have my business stuff there that I'm, like, I've paid for this business stuff at, different places to put this stuff together. Like, it's not just, oh, I'm just homeless or whatever. Dude, I have marketing signs, I have marketing materials. It's like, uh, no, this is unacceptable. Like, why aren't you doing that to, the drug addicts and the prostitutes that are all in the back of this property? Like, why are you coming at me? You know, oh, because you must be involved, Mr. Art Perez. You must be involved with the witchcraft, with the trafficking, because I never heard any of these homeless people talking about how you took apart their stuff or came at them, because homeless people talk, so I'm going to say you haven't done any of that to them, okay? Because I haven't heard anything in the few years that I've been in this area, okay? So it's kind of odd, right, that you're coming at me like that when I'm over here working to get myself off the streets, right? Cleaning up the parking lot and the landscaping and everything that other people are getting paid for, right? The alleged owner of this property, should be cutting me a check for all the maintenance, all of the janitorial work, all of the security that I've done in utilizing my own personal pepper spray when these tweakers have tried to break in employees that work at this, site. They're trying to break in their cars at night or even sometimes in the day, or tweakers walking up on truck drivers who are delivering to the businesses and trying to run up in the back doors of these businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've kept a lot of people safe from a wheelchair, okay? I listen, why doesn't the owner check the 911 calls, right? Because I'm not really a cop caller, but when other people have called for situations, who is the one that actually settled the situation down or had to pepper spray somebody to get them? Like, there was a dude that came to this business. He literally was driving all around the parking lot drunk, trying to fight everybody, came and assaulted a husband and wife with their two children, young children, like 4 and 5, okay, that they were going into this store, okay? That drunk dude, and probably was on some kind of drugs or whatever, hit the government phone people that come out, right, and give out the free phones. He hit the woman, okay, who does the phones, who thankfully was with the dude who actually ended up getting the dude. I want to say it's the rear naked choke hold. Anyways, but it's the one where you go under the arms and behind the head and you like spread them out like that. Anyways, the point is that dude, he hit a lot of people, and it wasn't until I pepper sprayed his ass that he sat his ass down on the ground and stopped attacking people. But the police got called. They towed his car. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff happened. And you guys be wondering why I'm looking around, because real stuff be popping off, okay, over here. And so anyways, if it's not like physical, it's they got spiritual warfare going on. It's just like a lot of stuff, and it's like, so the policy enforcers today, they're like, trying to look at my stuff and see what all I got right there and all this stuff. And I'm like, are you guys like in on this? Because this dude, like, literally should be in handcuffs being taken to jail. He assaulted me. He has destruction of my private property by cutting my locks alone. Okay. There's just so much. There's so many things that he should have went to jail for. And it was like they refused to take him to jail. It's so crazy. Like, that didn't make no sense. So anyways, I'm watching this dude because now all of a sudden he's rolling off. Okay. With his squeaky car. Oh, excuse me. So anyways, it was like they all were in cahoots. So I'm going to say this. What people don't understand is I have literally been, quote unquote, under attack, under threat, duress, and coercion, under discrimination and multiple various different violations of nationality, of race, of disability, of me being indigenous, right? There's so many things, right? But it has been a community. I'm not saying everybody in this community, but it has literally been a community conspiracy. Conspiracy just meaning that more than one individual is working together. It's a whole fucking group. It's churches, okay, that have demons running their churches, okay, that have warlocks running their churches. And that's another video that I want to do about how demons are not going to be casting out other demons. Let's be 1000. Okay. If the demon is heading your church, running your church, and is controlled by a pedophile spirit, a succubus, incubus spirit, they are not going to cast out other demons that are within the church ailing your life. Okay, so if you're expecting that to happen, or for them to do an exorcism, they're not going to do it because they are a whole demon themselves. Okay, and so like I've been wanting to say like or do a video on that for a minute, because there are a lot of demons like hiding and taking sanctuary in these churches, and I've seen this since I was a little girl. But you know, some of these actual pastors are warlocks, and they have been, you know, operating and basically like throwing stones. You know, a lot of this community has been throwing stones and hiding their hands. False reports. You know, the interim police chief stated there was 12 reports in 1 month about me. I had done nothing, right? First of all, first and foremost, I'm not even under the jurisdiction, and I will actually. Okay, so you see another dude right there, just all up in the camera. You seen him stop right there, photo bombing, whatever you want to call it. My nose is. It's like I got a hair. I don't know if it was when you ever think that his hair is like tickling my nose, but or some of the readers or whatever that, or people that channel or get downloads or whatever, they say when your nose is itching like that, it means like it's a confirmation or whatever. I don't know, but my she was itching like not. I don't know. It's weird. It's like a tickle. Um, like yeah, an intense tickle. So, anyways, the thing is that uh, uh it's been a complete conspiracy with policy enforcers. I have literally uh let me see, do I have one of them on here? I have a copy of, and I have this in another video, but the other portion I do not have in the other videos that I'm going to show you guys. So I actually, let me see. Here we go. So I actually uh, had filed in the, listen, okay, in a county newspaper in the legal section, a lot of the documents lawful documents that I had actually filed upon the alleged courts when they were attempting to come at me with those come at me with those 13 fraudulent charges. Okay, let me see this. And so it was 1.2 $1 million bail. What the hell? Okay, now this is crazy. It's like pages are missing. Hold on, hold the phone. Okay, let me see. Maybe I, maybe I did it. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this because while y'all was distracted with the you know uh who's who, and y'all was distracted with the uh s- alleged stars or whatever, the elites doing all this alleged exposure or whatever. I was doing lawful um commands and cease and desist lawful orders. Okay, so I did an indigenous original bloodline to this land. I did a lawful order command cease and desist when they were attempting to actually, uh, you know, uh, state that. Okay, and it was properly witnessed by two other parties, and then I went so far as to, have it properly proof of service. Okay, and in another video, I'm gonna read this out to you guys, 5144 when I looked at it, but I actually sent it to all of these locations. Okay, I put all of these people on lawful notice for the you know, United States, basically, stating that they have not proven jurisdiction in the other county nor any other county. Okay, no jurisdiction, and this was in the legal section, lawful section of the Madera Tribune. Okay, which oddly enough is considered the heart of California. Though it's like the exact middle of California. Okay, proof of publication. So, anyways, I put all of the. Let me see if I could get it in there. Good. I put all except for the Ferretta waiver. Okay, in the Madera and um, legal section of the newspaper, which is a lawful process of its own. I put the criminal cases and whatever they could be amended to or changed to whatever, and then I even put the fraudulent case with my sons. Okay, and so anyways, I go in hard for not only the indigenous but also for the citizens of the United States in them actually uh, the alleged government actually, um, basically doing covert war tactics on their own citizens. Okay, I was like, basically, in a nutshell, I'm gonna need you to stop that. I'm gonna require that you stop, um, you know, basically trying to take out your own citizens by multiple different means. hmm So, anyways, I'm gonna read this to you guys in a different one. But what I want you guys to see is that I actually sent by the United States Postal Service, which is a type of lawful and legal um, process in itself. I sent it a certified mail return receipt. Okay, And so I sent it to the United States President Joe Biden. I sent it to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, aka the FBI, and I sent that to the director of the headquarters. I sent it to the California State Governor Gavin Newsom. I sent it to the City of Hanford Code and Compliance Department, Galvin Barrera. I sent it to and to all whom it may concern. Okay, I sent it to the Auditor Controller Government Center for the Kings County Finance Department. Okay, Treasurer Erica Urina. And then I sent it to California Department of Justice Robert Barita, UN Crisis Relief OCHA, Office of the for the Coordination, International Court of Justice. And I sent that to basically that's in the Netherlands, the Peace Palace, and care of Nuwasaf Salem. I think that's how you pronunciate it. I also sent it to the United States Department of Justice, Attorney General Merrick Garland, or the current seat holder, all the way in Washington, D.C. I sent it to the Hanford Sentinel, Vice President Terry Lefeste. I sent it to United Nations Secretary General Antonio Gutierrez. I sent it to California State's Controller's Office, Legal Office, State Controller's Office. I sent it to U.S. News and World Report over there in New Jersey, Republic. I sent it to the BBC Studios Productions Limited in London, and I also sent it to the City of Hanford Council District A, Mayor Travis Payton. Now, so I sent all that. They all got it. And I sent them the voided out because I voided all of these, notices and harassments out. These were actually done uh, by a alleged code enforcer for the actual city. Okay, so let me newsflash you. Codes, statutes and codes are one, colorable law, and two, indigenous, especially indigenous that are quote unquote not recognized, meaning they're not sellouts and didn't get that, hush money and paycheck, or are $5 Indians, right? Every last single one I nullified and void ab initio. Okay, so even the backside, baby, I even got the backside. So, anyways, uh, this document basically I canceled the United States, and I have required them to put on the record, for the record, and let the record reflect what jurisdiction do they have. There's three types of jurisdiction. There's personam, territorium, and there is subject matter. Now, territorium would talk about the land, the territory. Personam, it speaks about the individual, right? Which I'm indigenous, so that excludes me right there. Territory, this is indigenous land, so that excludes the land, and subject matter. So the thing is that none of them actually apply to indigenous. Okay, so they have not proven on the record, for the record, in the public domain, which means that they would have to put in the newspaper. And I stated in this lawful documentation that should they think that they had any kind of jurisdiction, that goes against indigenous culture, our traditions, and our ancestors' way of life, and that would have never been done. Okay, and it's not. And if they feel that there was, we null and void it ab initio, and cease anything like that to exist. Okay, so I don't remember exactly how I wrote that, but it's something to that effect. Basically snatched it right back out of whatever, facade that they would attempt to come up with. But the thing is that it's not just indigenous like that they going after right now. So I need people to wake up, okay? Because they are actually, if the Rona and all of that didn't like get people to like realize that they are like coming after too, patriots, other ethnic groups that is alleged citizens, right, of the United States. They try to take all y'all out. Newsflash. Okay? Okay? So I actually in this document was like, that's not okay. So as an indigenous, we have a responsibility also to help, protect even the citizens from a tyrannical government who is trying to take them out. Like population control, biological warfare, the putting like vaccines in lettuce that no doctor has prescribed, or like they're just doing way out stuff. Like this is beyond like Monsanto and like Syngenta, at this point. So anyways, I'm not gonna run it up, but I have one other thing that I do want to discuss in this video really quickly, other than, the actual post office being under federal investigation, two different types of federal investigations for tampering, obstructing, and delaying my post. Thankfully, it wasn't the ones that I sent, certified mail, except for one, added like that 20. But one of the things that I noticed about my previous paintings, I don't know why it looks so fuzzy. Like the video has not been very clear. Okay, but I still want to show you guys this. So this painting, you can't really see the clarity of it, which is very strange. But what I noticed with a lot of my paintings is that all of the trees that I have actually done, they don't have leaves and they haven't had blossoms. And so I actually did that tree. I did this tree with um, gold calligraphy paint. And so it looked really pretty to me, just like that. And I did take pictures and I did put it on my artist website on Fine Art America, just as it was without any, leaves and blossoms. Okay, so I did put it on there like that. Oh, okay, it looks better without the glare. Okay, right there. Okay, so anyways, but then I was like, wait a minute. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I literally had not done any trees with leaves and blossoms since my daughter passed away when I was 17 years old. And I did a tree like as a practice painting in front of water with the moon in the background. Okay, and it was more straight. It didn't have like, the variation of the land and landscape and stuff. It was like straight, and it had grass, just straight across grass, and then it had the water, and then the tree, and the moon. Like I have the moon. The moon. I did a purple moon. And so anyways, so I did for people that know my story about what happened with my daughter. I was actually, a teen mom. I had gotten married at 17 to my high school sweetheart who was 18. And we had a daughter that passed away when I was 38 weeks pregnant, 2 weeks away from her nativity. And so, anyways, I did 3 practice paintings, um, and then I painted her, my daughter, after her professional pictures that they took didn't come out like very well. Like they told me, they forewarned me that, you know, the longer I prolonged like giving her to them, like to like, you know, process her body or whatever, um, the worse her pictures were gonna look. And so her professional pictures. And so she did already, like, she looked like she was already decomposing. And so the pictures came out really bad. Okay. And so, anyways, it was like the perfect storm for me to be inspired to paint her. And before that, I really wasn't painting. I was doing very intricate pencil and pen drawings. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. So, one of the practice paintings that led up to me doing the painting of my daughter, one of them was a tree, but I did have, you know, plenty of leaves on that tree. However, I didn't do another tree with leaves or blossoms. That tree didn't have blossoms, but I did not do another tree until now, when I realized all my trees were barren. They were all like, you know, in the winter season. Okay, tree leafless. Okay, my tree of life with the road that forks, that has the real road going up, of cement up the middle of that painting, in the middle of the tree trunk. um no leaves. The tree that I did, where I made the tree all kinds of beautiful gold hues, like true gold hues, and I put like almost like a pie cutout or a cake cutout, going up the tree, and then the tree like bleeding. No leaves. It has blood drops on it, and like a center, like it's cut, like, so you see its innards or whatever. So this is the first one that I've actually put. This is the first one that I've actually put blossoms, okay, on, since that tree. That's wild to me. But anyways, these sirens are gonna get louder right now. I'm gonna end this video. If you need anything else from me, or you'd like to support my channel, make sure you definitely hit up the